Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Michael Branch posting this with regards to Bitcoin and ultimately crypto adoption in the near future, and I'm talking trillions of dollars, guys, being pumped into cryptos. Here's a quote from the article. They're willing to put 50 basis points to 1% into Bitcoin when their compliance departments allow them to. This is another quote from Shark Tank star and celebrity investor Kevin O'Leary. So he's pretty confident we are going to see lots and lots and lots of wealth being put into Bitcoin. And ultimately what that's going to do is pump the rest of the crypto market. Okay, so he says that sovereign wealth funds are mostly not invested in crypto right now, but they could go for 0.5 to 1% allocation of Bitcoin once there is more regulatory clarity in the United States. So everybody pointing to the regulatory clarity. According to a report by Daily Hodl, O'Leary made these comments last Friday while appearing as a guest on a YouTube series, Crypto Banter. He said, "I have a personal speculation around regulation. I talked about that earlier, that if the Stablecoin Act gets put into law, that will be a signal that all crypto will be regulated at some point." So guys, it's going to be baby steps. The Stablecoin Act first, and then, as we've been assuming, and now Kevin O'Leary is also kind of backing up the same point, first stable coins, then the rest of the crypto space. Some people feel good about regulations, others don't. But here's a fact to consider regardless of your position. Most of the sovereign wealth funds that I work for as an indexer have zero position in crypto of any kind. When you ask them if they're going to buy anything, they want the granddaddy, which is Bitcoin. They're willing to put 50 basis points to 1% into Bitcoin when their compliance departments allow them to. And that won't happen until the SEC rules on it as a commodity or a security. Here's the upside. 50 basis points in the sovereign wealth and pension fund is $1 trillion of buying. So $1 trillion of buying, guys. The entire crypto market went up to $3 trillion at its most recent all-time high about a year ago. So you can imagine if $1 trillion new dollars is being pumped mostly into Bitcoin, as Kevin O'Leary is assuming, what is that going to mean for the rest of the space? So you have to be voting and cheering on for regulation. You put $1 trillion into Bitcoin, that's when you might see it at $60,000 to $100,000 valuations, and those funds don't care. Once they index it, there will be an automatic bid. When it dips below the 50 BPS, they've decided to own and then they sell into strength. So there's really, really liquid markets about to happen. That's the other thing. The liquidity is, what these institutions want to be able to enter, to be able to exit. That's very optimistic for Bitcoin, not pessimistic. So Kevin O'Leary dropping some wisdom here with regards to institutional players and how they're viewing Bitcoin now and where they're poised to go in the very near future. So right now, looking like Bitcoin is still a steal of a deal, $19,400 approximately. Bringing up XRP here real quickly. XRP still trading in this same range right now at about 47.3. So not too much movement as of yet. As for XRP, we have just been seeing this sideways movement over the last, we'll call it 3 weeks or so. But guys, I'm thinking the bottom is fairly close, if not in already. So just going back to Bitcoin right now, off the top, okay, when we saw those highs last year, we are trading about 72% off the all-time high for Bitcoin. And this period has been roughly a year. Now, just taking a look at former bull runs over here, guys. And here, let me just bring this chart over here. The last bull run for Bitcoin, again, this is the Bitcoin chart on the daily. Last bull run for Bitcoin topped out in late 2017, so December 2017. Then the altcoins rallied in early 2018 after they fell off. But here's Bitcoin in the top of the chart, right down to the bear market, the bottom of the bears, right down in here when Bitcoin saw its low, roughly $3,100. Took about 363 days, so about 1 year, almost 1 year exactly. Let me bring that same tool right over here, and we take the top of the market, we bring it to where we are today, and we are roughly at 341 days. Okay, so very close, very similar to the amount of time we have seen Bitcoin in a bear market in the past. So, have we seen the bottom? Let's go back just to kind of give you guys a gauge on what we've seen in former bull runs. Okay, so this was 2013. And this one actually took about 410 days to get down to the bottom. So as you guys can see, we are forming bear markets that are becoming shorter and shorter. And don't know if we are going to see lower lows here. And I mean, we still could. It still is a possibility, definitely. But, considering the climate we're in, considering where the US is going, the Stablecoin Act that Kevin O'Leary has been talking about, it's looking more and more favorable for cryptocurrencies in the coming months up to 1 year, I would say. We're also noticing this with hacker activity over the last several months. Well, hackers are always around. They're always trying to scam you out of your crypto. Here's one that I just wanted to bring to your attention, guys. Hackers took over CoinDCX Twitter account to promote fake XRP scam ads. So I don't know if you guys knew about this one. I just thought I'd bring it to your attention, do a public service announcement. Indian crypto exchange CoinDCX Twitter account was exploited for over 7 hours weeks ago. The hackers took control of the exchange to promote fake XRP giveaway plans with a phishing link embedded in the message. Pantera-backed CoinDCX, with a $2.2 billion valuation, is India's highest valued crypto exchange. So fraudulent XRP giveaways, guys, just remember, if these guys are coming out and they're saying, today we're pumping XRP to support our community, we are announcing a 100 million XRP giveaway. If it sounds too good to be true, chances are it is. So just be mindful. We are going to likely see more and more of these kinds of things as the market heats up. Market has heated up a little bit with XRP. We still haven't seen that burst for Bitcoin. I gotta also address Quant just real quickly here. Quant has been moving. Wow. You just take that Fibonacci off right now. So Quant right now trading at $207 per coin. Since the bottom back in July, we are up about 411% on Quant. So we are seeing some random coins pumping, some isolated instances of this. This isn't the biggie though, okay? We still need to see Bitcoin pump before the rest of the market pumps, before real money enters the space. That's when I think we're going to see a lot of these prices really explode. And so, just as a public service again, don't get caught up in the hype. Try to focus on your plan, what you've decided to do, where your exit targets are going to be. And remember, guys, always keep your cryptocurrency safe. Do not keep them on the exchange. Use a cold storage solution like a Ledger Nano. I do have an affiliate link in the description if you guys want to use it. You don't have to use it though. Just always remember though, not your keys, not your crypto. Want to keep moving? XRP Crypto Wolf bringing this to our attention. Top Wall Street Bank watchdog. He's saying that the crypto industry still has a long way to go, so that's a bit counterintuitive. This is the acting comptroller of the currency, okay? Michael Hsu. He said crypto today is an immature industry based on an immature technology. He added that the comment wasn't meant to be disparaging, but that the industry still needs to deal with the unabating volume of scams, hacks, and frauds, coincidentally enough. Digital coin giants have increasingly argued that blockchain technology lets them offer financial services akin to those that consumers expect from banks, brokerages, and investment firms. So this is the thing. You have big money on the sidelines, but they expect a certain standard of quality. And Michael Hsu is bringing this up. So did Kevin O'Leary. If institutions are interested in this thing, if they're going to trust putting millions upon millions of dollars into a new asset class, well, it has to be at the standard that they're used to, namely stock market, commodities trading, and the like. So, they are going to expect a certain standard, and crypto is so close to being there, but just not quite. He goes on to say the largest crypto players today want to provide an increasingly broad range of services seamlessly under one roof for their customers. While commingling, these activities may offer convenience for customers and cost savings for crypto firms. Conflicts abound, and the riskiest activities threaten the whole bundle. So he is saying there still is work to be done, and regulation is still obviously part of this. What's interesting is that the CFTC was kind of mirroring this same sentiment recently. Michael Branch posting this. You want to make sure that you can provide expanded access to retail investors, but in a way that's safe and affordable for them. So this coming from the CFTC, guys. Given that the CFTC is expected to assume responsibility for spot crypto trading, Commissioner Christy Goldsmith Romero has said that the agency has to rethink its approach to rulemaking for retail investors. Always with the excuses, right? Trying to protect retail from themselves. Yes and no. Sure, there's going to be people making stupid mistakes, investing more than they can afford to lose, which is always, kind of the number one rule. Don't take out mortgages to invest in cryptocurrency. Don't borrow money at a high interest rate from the bank. And so, I think the powers that be have kind of tried to control this with inflation and high interest rates. Less retail are going to be able to afford to borrow money to invest in cryptocurrencies. And so this gives institutions, the powers that be, the 1%, the upper hand, because they can dump their money in, their vast amounts of wealth, and generate even more wealth from that. And so, these regulations to try to help, quote unquote, protect investors, I think it's kind of BS if you ask me. She stated her intention to offer a new retail investor definition. Goldsmith Romero has said she would begin by posting a more casual idea on the agency's website and soliciting feedback from the public. Previously dominated by institutions, she now sees more retail investors entering such markets. So we had the GameStop phenomenon too, right? This has kind of gotten people really interested. Well, not just that. Also the crypto rally that we saw over the last couple of years. This has gotten more people interested in investing, regular Joes like you and I. Also, it's a generational divide. Okay, we haven't seen too many baby boomers, or even Gen X for that matter, invest in the types of ways that we are investing today. Millennials, Gen Z, we're looking at new avenues. We've found cryptocurrency over the last decade, and so it's also a generational thing. And, you know, the powers up here, they realize that, and they want to be able to control it as much as possible. Don't let this fool you. Small-scale investors may be afforded more constraints and safeguards under the regulations. Moreover, if the agency treats them in a manner distinct from that accorded to big institutions, thanks to the creation of a newly defined category. I mean, this is what they want to do. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Meanwhile, it's going to be the utility. Always points back to the utility. Citizen of the Future posted this. So this is important for every citizen to research, okay? The ISO Standard Strategic Business Plan, okay? ISO/TC 307. Note what they mention here to revolutionize not only the financial domain, but a whole host of things from societal inclusion to efficiencies in government, health, and all areas of business. So not just for finance guys, but to basically kind of streamline every process, every bureaucratic inefficiency. Blockchain and distributed ledger technologies are going to be the standardization here. Improved security, privacy, and facility worldwide use of the technology through better interoperability. The scope of ISO/TC 307 reads standardization of blockchain technologies and distributed ledger technologies, and then gives a whole bunch of use cases here. Foundations, security, privacy, and identity, smart contracts and their applications, use cases, governance, and interoperability. And then down here, produce a set of international standards and reports that will encourage the adoption of blockchain and DLT and support innovation, governance, and development in the industry. Down here, it says committee aims to have these international standards and reports available no later than 2021. So this is an older document, and we are in the midst of this currently. Terminology, international standards, unified vocabulary, architecture, international standards that provide a new view of blockchain and DLT. So essentially, the entire world needs to get on a standard. And note here, he posted this a few months ago, and he says the keywords to research, okay? Some of the more important ones: overledger, interoperability, innovation, fintech, blockchain, trade finance, and platforms. So it's not just going to be, a new financial system, which that is definitely one big part of it. DLT technology, guys, this is the internet of value. This is the internet of everything. Transferring value across interoperable blockchains. Ripple and XRP just going to be one part of this. But obviously, this is going to be way bigger than even you and I can probably imagine today. Thinking about this 10 years from now, I don't even think our 2022 brains can fathom where this is going to be in another 10 years. So wanted to thank Citizen of the Future just for posting that. Now, with regards to XRP price, we got some predictions here. I mean, I'm going to be honest, a little lackluster, $3.81 by the year 2025. If Ripple wins if Ripple wins against the SEC, that's not even if they lose the case. XRP and Ripple are still in hover mode, awaiting the outcome from the SEC case. This brought to us by MacAttack XRP on Twitter. So who are coming up with these predictions? XRP price prediction. In the thick of the Ripple SEC drama, the Finder panel is back at it again. So this is a panel called Finder. The Finder panel is a gathering of industry experts. They often publish price predictions for top cryptocurrencies, and they've just been surveyed about XRP price. So guys, here's what they said. So what if Ripple wins the case? The panel says that XRP value may hit $3.81 by the end of 2025. However, if XRP loses the lawsuit, the price could be 98 cents by 2025. Only 98 cents, really? I mean, considering what we've been hearing from Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary and others just with regards to cryptocurrency innovation and adoption, I think we could get an XRP price way higher than that based on FOMO alone. I mean, these predictions to me don't really make sense considering we did see XRP in the midst of a lawsuit when there was the most uncertainty at roughly $2 per coin, about $1.96 per coin, that localized high that we saw back in 2021. And even before all that, back in early 2018, when around the time that I first got into cryptocurrency, I got in there a little earlier. But I remember this, one of the most exciting points in crypto for me, obviously, I was invested in XRP when it hit its all-time high of about $3.31 on this particular exchange. Other exchanges, it did hit $3.84. And so I'm guessing this is what they're, considering when creating this prediction, $3.81 by the end of 2025, if everything goes well and if they lose the lawsuit, 98 cents by the year 2025. Now, in this article, it doesn't really give us any kind of indication as to how, why, where they're coming up with these price predictions. If the price does reach 98 cents, that could still be a win if you invest today and are prepared to hodl. Unfortunately for XRP hodlers, the outcome of the case will be a mystery until 2023, so we are still deep in uncertain times. Well, we have heard from Jeremy Hogan that we might get something sooner than 2023. I'm not going to hold my breath, obviously. We have, experienced many disappointments, but all things considered, I do still think that, even just based on, markets acting as they act in typical bull runs, we did get higher than 98 cents in 2021 with all the uncertainty surrounding the case. So, seems a little low for me, and, even the all-time high hitting that value doesn't seem very logical, considering XRP would be the only cryptocurrency really coming out of an SEC lawsuit with real clarity in the United States. I'm assuming that exchanges are going to relist XRP, and that, based even just on technical analysis alone, throwing a Fibonacci on here from the top of the last bull run. So let's assume right up here, $1.96 to the bottom. If we are assuming that this is the bottom now, a full Fibonacci retracement would bring us to about $7.25. And that's not to say that it couldn't go even higher than that. We have seen coins in the past. A great example is Binance Coin, BNB Coin, where we have actually seen the coin just blow the Fibonacci out of the water. Taking a look at the last bull run and bear market in 2018, just for Binance Coin. So that same period when Bitcoin went from $20,000 all the way down to $3,100, and then back up to hit its all-time high at roughly $70,000. Well, this is what Binance Coin did, okay? Hit the 4.236, and then from there, created a new high, another 625% to the upside from the top of the Fibonacci level. And I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen for XRP. All I am saying is that everything considered, clarity in the US, more listings, a FOMO. Let's consider a perfect storm here. Bitcoin bull run, institutions pouring $1 trillion into Bitcoin alone. This could create a perfect storm, guys. And, let's say XRP also did another 625% roughly on top of a full fib extension. Again, not saying that this is happening, but that could bring XRP up to $52.66. One last thing I wanted to note here from James Rule XRP. Now, he thought he'd take it upon himself to ask his Alexa, and Alexa giving her prediction as well.
Hey Alexa, how much will XRP be at the end of 2022?
From TradingView.com, if previous data plays out, we can see XRP at around $280 at the end of 2022.
$280 at the end of this year. Of course, a perfect storm would factor into this, guys. I'm not saying it's going to $280 by the end of 2022, but we are getting poised to see some real-world adoption, to see real money flow into not just Bitcoin, but the rest of the crypto space. Couple that with a favorable XRP lawsuit verdict, and who knows how high the price could go. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.